What's goody? D Mac, what's up, family? Everybody, come on in, man. Come on in, man. Let's talk about the truth and how they try to rewrite history all the time. I'm gonna play this silly nonsense Abel Sanchez said, and I'm gonna play the audio Eric Morales, where Eric Morales is stating that, you know, black fighters been dominating the sport of boxing this entire time, right? And he got pushback because he telling the truth. You understand? He got pushback for telling the truth. So come on in here, man. Let's come on in. Let me play what Abel Sanchez said. How ridiculous is this? It just sounds utterly ridiculous, right? What Abel Sanchez said. Don't know if you heard it. I'm not sure if everybody heard it or if they didn't hear it. But the truth has to be exposed, right? We have to normalize telling the truth. And when these things are said and done in the sport, right? It has to be addressed immediately because some things are just downright ridiculous. But let's listen to what Abel Sanchez stated on Fight Hub TV with Marcos Villegas. And I was disappointed that Marcos Villegas didn't correct Abel Sanchez. Now, I'm going to say this, man. The wrong Marcus was interviewing Abel Sanchez when he said this. Because as y'all know, my brother Marcus Hayes over there, if he was interviewing him, this wouldn't have flew.
Well, first of all, you have to consider the source. I mean, Ryan Garcia will never be on a level where Gennady got to. Second of all,
Now, I agree to that. He said Ryan Garcia, who said Gennady Golovkin. Now, Ryan Garcia said Gennady Golovkin is not a Hall of Famer. Ryan Garcia said this, right? You guys all heard that. Am I right? Let me play it again.
Well, first of all, you have to consider the source. I mean, Ryan Garcia will never be on a level where Gennady got to. Second of all,
Ryan Garcia started this when Ryan Garcia said, this dude, Gennady Golovkin, is not a Hall of Famer. Who did he beat? Ryan Garcia said this. Let me let you hear the rebuttal, the response to Ryan Garcia.
Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. Who did Marvin fight?
He said, Abel Sanchez, supposed to be a well-renowned trainer and somebody respected in the sport of boxing. I'm sure Ryan Garcia don't know nothing about that. Maybe he do, maybe he don't. But listen.
Where Gennady got to. Second of all, Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. Who did Marvin fight?
Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. And who did Marvin Hagler fight? That sounds so asinine. That sounds so ridiculous. It sounds so bizarre. It sounds so like you have disdain. Because why did you choose Marvin Hagler? He used the excuse to say Marvin Hagler didn't move up. What does moving up have to do with who did he fight? How you comparing Gennady Golovkin to Marvin Hagler? Because they started this nonsense that Gennady Golovkin, because he tied Bernard Hopkins' title defenses with 20 title defenses, is he better than Marvin Hagler? Is he the greatest middleweight? He ain't fight nobody on the level of Marvin Hagler. But let's keep listening, though.
Garcia will never be on a level where Gennady got to. Second of all, Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. Who did Marvin fight? All the guys that Gennady fought were not only top contenders or ex-world champions or champions, and he had 20 defenses. He tied Bernard's record. So, I think you have to consider the source. I think that there's a lot of haters out there in every sport, and
the hater is you. Because you, watch this now, as it gets worse. You tried to say, who did Marvin Hagler fight? Who did Marvin Hagler fight?
I honestly believe Gennady deserves to be the first ballot Hall of Famer. The guys that you beat, regardless whether so you're telling me that just because they're not in the U.S., they're not a good fighter? I mean, there was Daniel Gill was an ex-world champion. David Lemieux was a world champion. Danny Jacobs also. I mean,
he said Daniel Gill, Danny Jacobs, that's my brother, Daniel Jacobs. Salute to Danny Jacobs. And David Lemieux. But watch what he says after that.
I mean, there was Daniel Gill was an ex-world champion. David Lemieux was a world champion. Danny Jacobs also. I mean, so there's so many fighters out there that were very good in their day that they were Hall of Famers themselves. No, but neither Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers, did he? Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers.
Did y'all hear what this? Did y'all hear what he said? I gotta use my words wisely.
Very good in their day that they were Hall of Famers themselves. No, but neither Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers, did he? Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers.
Y'all heard him clearly.
Their day that they were Hall of Famers themselves. No, but neither Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers, did he? Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers. So. Hall of Famers themselves, no, but neither Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers, did he? Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers. So.
Now, my question is this. You don't have to be the sharpest knife in the toolbox, in the drawer. You don't have to be the most powerful tool in the toolbox. As a journalist, Marcos Villegas, you sat there and you listened to this dude say this twice. Not once, but twice. He reiterated that Marvin Hagler didn't fight nobody. And then, to put the cherry on the top, he says Marvin Hagler and Floyd Mayweather. First of all, what did Floyd Mayweather have to do with this conversation? He ain't never fight at 160. Floyd Mayweather has never competed at 160 pounds. Ever. So what did Floyd Mayweather have to do with this conversation? Anybody tell me, why did he go into the Floyd Mayweather bag? And to make it worse, it has to be the most idiotic thing you can possibly say when you are supposed to be a respected person in the sport of boxing. And you say something so ridiculous and bizarre and diabolical. Imagine a coach in the NBA say, well, I mean, Michael Jordan ain't never win no championships. I mean, what championships did Michael Jordan win? I mean, Michael Jordan never won no championships. I mean, you got to think. You got to think, right? Steph Curry ain't never win no championships. What? Imagine a was supposed to be well respected, well educated person in sport say such ridiculous things. You see, so you mean to tell me Abel Sanchez, Abel Sanchez, was living under a rock when Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao, huh? Thank you. How do you not know the biggest fight in boxing history? Let me say this again. The biggest fight in boxing history is Floyd Mayweather against another Hall of Famer. Another unquestionably, undoubtedly, first ballot Hall of Famer. Who here doesn't understand that Manny Pacquiao is going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame? You ain't even got to watch boxing to know Manny Pacquiao is all-time great. My wife don't know a damn thing about boxing other than what I tell her. Do you think she don't know Manny Pacquiao is a great boxer? How do you participate in the sport of boxing as a trainer, what supposed to be well renowned, and say Floyd Mayweather has never fought a Hall of Famer? ADL Choice, my brother in Super Chat. He said, I love how much we are envied. Yeah. How ridiculous does that sound? You living under a rock? The fight did 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. It generated over $500 million. It is the biggest, most successful fight in boxing history. And this dude says this. And Marcos Villegas doesn't correct him.
Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers. So, everybody's got an opinion, but I think that for what he done.
How can Marco sit there and listen to that and not say, hold on, Abel, I got to correct you? You ain't got to.
Will never be on a level where Gennady got to. Second of all, Marvin Hagler never moved up in weight. And who did Marvin fight? All the guys that Gennady fought were not only top contenders or ex-world champions or champions, and he had 20 defenses. He tied Bernard's record. So, I think you have to consider the source. I think that there's a lot of haters out there in every sport, and I seriously believe Gennady deserves to be the first ballot Hall of Famer. The guys that you beat, regardless whether so you're telling me that just because they're not in the U.S., they're not a good fighter? I mean, there was Daniel Gill was an ex-world champion. David Lemieux was a world champion. Danny Jacobs also. I mean, so there's so many fighters out there that were very good in their day that they were Hall of Famers themselves. No, but neither Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers, did he? Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers.
Now, how does Marcos Villegas sit there and listen to that? Band up, what up, nephew? And not immediately correct him. This dude said Marvin Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers. You gonna tell me Abel Sanchez is not aware of the Four Kings? Abel Sanchez don't know nothing about the Four Kings? He's not aware of that. It's impossible to know who Marvin Hagler is and not know about the Four Kings. That's impossible. That sounds utterly ridiculous. That's impossible. To say, who did Marvin Hagler fight? He didn't fight nobody and he never fought a Hall of Famer. Sounds crazy.
So, everybody's got an opinion, but I think in every sport, and I seriously believe Gennady deserves to be the first ballot Hall of Famer. The guys that you beat, regardless whether they're, so you're telling me that just because they're not in the U.S., they're not a good fighter? I mean, there was Daniel Gill was an ex-world champion. David Lemieux was a world champion. Danny Jacobs also. I mean, so there's so many fighters.
And here's the thing. He says just because they're not in the U.S. don't mean they're not good fighters. Then he names Danny Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs also. I mean, so there's so many fighters out there that were.
Last time I checked, Danny Jacobs was from Brooklyn, New York.
Were, Hall of Famers themselves, no, but neither Hagler didn't fight no Hall of Famers, did he? Or Mayweather didn't fight no Hall of Famers. So, everybody's got an opinion.
JC said, I think he meant Mayweather Sr. Why would he be talking about Floyd Mayweather Sr.? JC, go sit at the kiddie table. Play silly games, you win silly prizes, brother. Go sit at the kiddie table. Go have several seats at the kiddie table. Why would he be talking about Mayweather Sr.? Make that make sense. Floyd Mayweather Sr. ain't in the Hall of Fame. Why would he be talking about him? He's talking about Hall of Famers. Floyd Mayweather Sr. ain't in the Hall of Fame, so why would he be talking about him? And then listen how he lies. Gennady Golovkin moved up in weight. Y'all forgot? He moved up to 68. Y'all forgot? He just lost to Canelo again. And let me show y'all something. And it's sad that Gennady Golovkin got to catch these strays because he ain't even the one saying this. Golovkin is 43, right? He retired in 2022 when he was 40. He looked like a shell of himself in 20 in since 2019, which is 6 years ago. From the moment he was 37 years old, he looked like a shell of himself. Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez at 37. Terrence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez at 38 years old. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. "38-year-old Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao." And guess what, people? He ain't look like a shell of himself. Everybody wanted him to keep going. Fight Keith Thurman. Fight Gennady Golovkin. By the time Golovkin got 36, 37, he was washed. ADL Choice, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said they want to rewrite history in America. It's time to ask Netflix for a Negro Boxing League. I agree. When Golovkin was 37, he was washed. And didn't even move up in weight. Floyd Mayweather moved up 24 pounds in weight. That would be equivalent to Golovkin moving up to damn near cruiserweight. Because light heavy is 175. Floyd Mayweather moved up from 130 all the way up to 154. And get this, he beat Hall of Famers at every level. He beat Hall of Famers at every level. He beat 3 Hall of Famers at 154. Abel Sanchez. Take that into consideration, people. What 3 Hall of Famers? Oscar, Canelo, and Cotto. At 147, Marquez, Pacquiao, and Ricky Hatton. Just to name a few right off the top of your head. $140, Zab Judah, Arturo Gatti. $35, Diego Corrales. $30, Gennaro Hernandez. What are we talking about? I'm just rattling off a few. I'm just rattling off a few. We nearly 30 minutes into this live stream and don't have 100 likes. That's despicable. And I can't get 200 people in the live stream. Sad. So Abel Sanchez never heard of Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran. He never heard of them. Boxing Mind, Boxing Savant. He never heard of Manny Pacquiao? It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound ridiculous? Floyd beat Canelo and Juan William Marquez. You never heard of him, Abel Sanchez? And again, I wonder what Marcos Villegas was thinking when he said this. Now, maybe only one fame said, Blue, can I DM you on IG and get workouts to do? Yeah, for sure. I'm going to tell you the number one workout, bro. Lucky Showtime, what up? Southwest Dice, what's up? Now, maybe Marcos, I'm going to give Marcos the benefit of the doubt and say, Marcos probably was like, you know what? That's not even worth. Like, that just sounds silly and it's not even worth me responding to. That could be a strong possibility. Right? Maybe that sounds so diabolical to Marcos. Maybe he was like, bro, I'm not even going. So my number one exercise, fame, and I'll give you what I do. But my number one exercise, fam, it's right there, my guy. You have to put it here first. My number one exercise is my brain, bro. You got to master your brain before you master the rest of your body. Because your mind will play tricks on you, bro. Your mind will deceive you. Your brain, your mind and your brain. Well, that's your ultimate. That's who you up against. Terrence Seal, what's up? Laker Nation, what's up? How old are you, Blue? I'm on the wrong side of 45, I tell you that. Darlin James, what's up? It's you versus you, bro. To give you an example, yesterday I was working out and my shoulders were sore. I got to like 400 push-ups and I was like, my shoulders are sore, my neck is sore, right? True story. I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. This is a true story. My neck was sore, my back was sore, right? I hit 400 push-ups. I did 100 dips. No, I did 200 dips, 400 push-ups, and 100 pull-ups. And I was doing my shoulder exercises, my weight, the weights. And as I'm doing my shoulder exercises, my weights, right? I mentally checked out for today. And I know that's going to go over a lot of people's head when I just said what I said. I mentally checked out for today. Now, I know y'all like, what do you mean? In the middle of doing that workout, when I started to feel sore, and I wasn't really tired, but I was sore. Like, I'm like, oh man, my shoulders is kind of sore. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my pull-ups. It was like extra hard. And so in the mix of doing that, true story, I said to myself, I'm not going to come to the gym tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm not going to do nothing tomorrow. Literally, I said that. I even said it to somebody. Erica Malbasius, peace and blessings, queen. You know I love saying that name. Love saying your name. So in the middle of the gym, I tell my dude that's in there, we work out together. I say, yo, I'm super sore. He said, yeah, I ain't got it either. I say, yo, I ain't coming tomorrow. Now I want to show y'all something. They said that this live stream is rated 0. This is the BS that I have to go through on this channel. This is why I haven't been going live. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm actually tired of YouTube, to be real. Look at this. 0. QIW Network, what's up? Hendor the Fearless One, what's up? 0 with 700 views. I ain't never had that shit since I started YouTube. Numbers like that, probably since I started. How I got almost 300,000 people, and you trying to tell me that my chat rate is 0, and I'm 30 minutes in with only 700 views? Get the hell out of here. Oh, we don't block your channel. Yes, you do. I ain't get 200 people on the live stream in 3 weeks. I can't get 300 people on the live stream in 3 weeks. Now tell me how that's possible. How the hell is that possible? This is why I don't go live. I'm literally about to start getting away from this. Tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Tired of saying smash the like button. I'm tired of support the channel, support the grinds, super chat. I'm tired of all that, bro. It's just fatiguing, bro. It's nasty work, bro. All this damn hard work I put in, and they just to rip you off, bro. Just to sit here and block me. Ain't no way in hell I can't get 200 people in here. Ain't no way. Anyway, my brother, Bitch B Megastar, what's up, family? Jacob C, what's up? So anyway, I told Maya Egypt, peace plus queen. So now, soon as I told y'all that, now it jumps to my chat rate jumps to 8. As soon as I said that to y'all, now it jumps to 8. How could that be possible? Anyway, like I said, so I was in the gym and I told my brother that I work out with in the gym. Big facts, no cap. What's up? Justin Benson, what's up, family? Darlin James, what's up? I said to the brother, I said, hey, bro, you know what? I ain't coming tomorrow, man. And he said the same thing. He said, yo, you know what? Me neither, man. Me neither. I ain't even finished my workout at the moment. And I'm already telling myself I'm not coming tomorrow, meaning today. All true. So you know what I did today? I took myself right to the gym, did my workout, did 40 minutes of cardio, did 600 push-ups, did 50 pull-ups. I didn't do no dips today because my triceps was hurting. Did my bicep workouts. I did 100 inverted rows. Got out the gym. I was already mentally trying to defeat myself because I was a little bit sore. Ravi Lewis, what's up, family? Dave Hill, what's up? Because I was sore, I was looking for an excuse. And that's why I was telling you, great brother, my biggest tip to you is this. I don't give myself excuses. I don't let myself have excuses. Those is just moments, and I'll be like, bro, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. Donald Hawkins, what's up, family? But anyway, it's just absolutely diabolical. They try to rewrite history. Don't know if y'all heard what Eric Morales said. Eric Morales was on an interview. Eric Morales kept it 100. Eric Morales says in his interview, I'm going to play a little clip. It's in Spanish, so you may not understand what he's saying.
Pues hay muchas técnicas, alguna que nos ha afectado bastante, que nos ha ganado muchas peleas, la americana, ¿no? La de los peleadores morenitos nos han ganado casi todas, güey. O sea, pues así me atrevo a decir que en la historia vete para atrás y cuenta.
So
y
it's in Spanish, muchas. Right? To break down what he said, Eric Morales. Eric Morales said that American fighters have been dominating us. And not just American fighters. And I'm not talking about any American fighters. I'm talking about the black American fighters. Byron Simpson, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I can't find your Cash App, Blue. My Cash App is Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. In caps, it says your boy Blue. So he says, American fighters been dominating us. And I'm not talking about American fighters, just American fighters. I'm talking about the black American fighters. They have been dominating us from the beginning of time. And the reporter that he's talking to tried to, hold on, y'all. The reporter tried to sway him, right? And the reporter tried to be like, well, we got this victory, we got that victory. Eric Morales was having none of it. Shout out to Eric Morales, man. Um, Shouts out to Eric Morales, right? Because Eric Morales, he kept it 100. He was having none of it. Eric Morales was having none of it. Eric Morales was like, no. The dude tried to say, well, we get some victories. We have won this, we won that. And Eric Morales was like, no. He said, listen, these dudes, the black fighters, we simply cannot figure them out. The dude ended up being like, what you think is it about the black fighters that makes them so dominant? He said it's their skills, their versatility. We just can't figure them out. He kept it 100. He said we just can't figure them out. Louisville beat Miami. Wow. That was huge. So Eric Morales is like, nah, bro. This is the interview. You see Eric Morales right there? Eric Morales is right there. He's like, bro, the only victories we get is if they are over the hill and old. When they are in their prime, we very rarely get victories. That's what he said. He said when they in their prime, we very rarely get victories. And the dude said, why you think that's the case? He said, we just can't figure them out. They're great. The dude said, but yeah, you look at Floyd Mayweather, he retired, 50 wins, no loss, no draw. He said Chavez was 90-something wins with no loss, no draw. He said, yeah, and soon as Chavez fought a skilled black fighter, he lost, arguably, to Pernell Whitaker. He got schooled. He got schooled. And then Eric Morales goes on to say, and I know people talk about the size as you move up in weight because Mexicans are not naturally big people. He said it don't matter if they small or big. They just have a different gear than we do. He kept it 100. And I know he getting all types of criticism and flack. But he kept it 100. And he's like, bro, I don't care if they big, small. I don't care what size they are. They just have a different gear. And I'm glad he said that because every single time there's a victory that's had. For instance, Terrence Crawford just beating Canelo. Every loss Canelo Alvarez has is always an excuse. That's not justified. When he lost to Floyd Mayweather because he was too green, he had 40 fights, 5 title defenses, and a unification against the best fighter in his division. Floyd wasn't even in his division. Austin Trout was a slick southpaw who beat Miguel Cotto and was the number 2 or number 3 guy at 154 at the time. Canelo fights and beats him, and he nearly lost that fight. He nearly lost that fight to Austin Trout, another slick black fighter who's not even nowhere near one of the greatest, but was a solid world champion with skills in his time. He nearly lost to him. He nearly lost to him. But that's who he fought. He was the unified champion with 40 fights and 5 title defenses. And the first thing they said that Floyd Miller, who was 36 going on 37, same age as Gennady Golovkin when his career nosedived right off of a cliff. He beat Canelo Alvarez. Smaller guy, coming up in weight, beats Canelo Alvarez. Well, he was too green. Now he loses to Terrence Crawford. He's 35. He's younger than Floyd Mayweather. Well, now everybody says you never seen him hurt. You never seen him knocked out. You never seen him on the canvas. One of the greatest chins. Hey, he got old overnight. At 35? Now, let me ask y'all a question. What punishment did Canelo Alvarez take in his career? I'll wait. Maybe in sparring, right? Kenneth Neal, what's up? What grueling, punishing fights was Canelo in outside of the Triple G first 2 fights? That you was like, man, this dude is in some rough, rugged fights, bro. Don't get pinned to you. What's up, family? What fights was he in like that? That you like, man, that took some time and career off his fights. H-Town T, what's up, family? Ty in the Sky, Piece of Bus Queen. Craig Pruitt, what's up? What fights do y'all think of? Uncle B Pie Smoking, what's up? Bivol? No. Sergey Kovalev? No. Austin Trout? No. Danny Jacobs? No. What fights was he in that took so much off of his career? DP Rocker, what's up? Deuce Triple A, what's up? Rich Porter, what up, nephew? Big Herm, what's up, family? What fights did y'all see him in that was so grueling? Amir Khan fight? Jamel Charlo fight? What fight? Nobody can answer that question, right? There's no fight. But he fights Terrence Crawford, and suddenly he got old in the ring. Man, when he fought Crawford, he got old. He 3 years younger than Crawford. What grueling fights was he in? KH, what's up, family? D. Rich Richardson, what's up? Elbow, what's up, family? Where was the grueling ass fights that he was in? That took Time off his career. Like Wilder and Fury. That's how they act. Like he was in fights like Wilder and Fury was in. Born Rich, what's up, family? Exactly. Before the fight, Terrence Crawford was a money grab. He too small, he gonna get knocked out. Now Canelo got old overnight. He fights and beats Sergey Kovalev, right? ADL Choice, my brother in the super chat. He said not to mention the juice Canelo on. That's another thing. He fights and beats Sergey Kovalev and gets praised as the face of boxing, the cash cow, arguably the greatest Mexican. Goes back up and fights Bivol after beating Kovalev, loses the same way he lost to Floyd and Crawford, and now, well, he was just daring to be great. This is what happens when you dare to be great. What? Now he was just daring to be great? There's always an excuse. Always an excuse. There is always an excuse. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Devon Downing, what's up? Ravi Lewis, what's up? Yeah, Caleb Plant was outboxing him. No, we just dominate the sport. Junior Boston, what's up? Big Facts, No Cap said John Ryder. Yeah. It's nasty work. The fact that he had a bang him out fight with John Ryder is nasty work. Clout World, what's up? It's nasty work, bro. Eugene Pearson, what's up? It's nasty work, bro. So, therefore, like I said, man, you know, it's terrible, man. You know, they try to rewrite history on us as much as possible. They try to discredit us as much as possible. Manda Mansa Musa LLC, what's up, family? Clout World, what's up? As much as possible. For Shirley Sean, what's up, nephew? This is what they try to do as much as humanly possible, right? They just try to discredit us. Because it's success, like I tell you guys all the time, it's called success fatigue. It's called success fatigue. They're tired of us dominating the sport of boxing for all these years. Like Eric Morales said. Right? Nobody can figure them out. And I know people are point to, well, look at this fight, that fight. A broke clock is right twice a day. A broke clock is right twice a day. Nobody said it was perfect. There's great Mexican fighters out there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's great Mexican fighters out there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And we don't win them all. Darlin James, what's up? But we win majority of them. So in order to rewrite history, Abel Sanchez is allowed to sit on a major platform and tell the world that Marvin Hagler and Floyd Mayweather never fought Hall of Famers. Ridiculous. Because it's us. Because if you sit there and you be like, man, Eric Morales and Marquez, they ain't never fight no Hall of Famers. Who did they fight? Why they in the Hall of Fame? Imagine how that would have went over. Imagine that. Do you think I could sit up on the platform and be like, hey, man, Canelo Alvarez and Eric Morales, man, they ain't never fought no Hall of Famers? Can you imagine that? Selective style. What's up, family? They can't deal with the black greatness. They can't. Exactly, KH. I get destroyed. Kenneth Neal, what's up? But it's okay because look at what Teofimo Lopez is doing right now. Ducking Shakur Stevenson. Cam Zen Magnet Management LLC, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, what's up, bro? Thank you from King Cam and family. Salute to you, family. Appreciate you. Teofimo Lopez is actively ducking Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, actively. Why? Y'all know why. Terrence Crawford put him on the spot. Hey, man, you gonna fight my little brother Shakur? What's up? You gonna make that happen? Oh yeah, I'll fight him right now. I'll fight him right now. And right now, oh man, if I get the chance, Tyler Donnelly, what's up? I get the chance to fight Manny Pacquiao. I'm gonna fight Manny Pacquiao. And Shakur Stevenson is plan B. We gotta stop allowing these people to make us plan Bs when we great in our own right. That's what we have to stop doing. That's what we have to stop doing. We have to start being like, yo, you know what? Again, like I said, Shakur should have went and fought Lamont Roach, another black fighter that got a lot of momentum. That's who he should have chased down. Lamont Roach. That's what he should have did. He should have chased down Lamont Roach and made that fight. Tio has shown us that he'll agree to everything and still pull out the fight. He'll pull out like he don't want it. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And on that note, man, I'm out of here, man. Let me get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue. Signing off. I'm gone. Peace.